Hi everybody, today we are at Grand Seiko at Watches and Wonders in Geneva. I'm very happy to be here. This happens to be the first appointment that we're taking as the Armory. And the first thing I always want to see when I come to Grand Seiko is what's coming out of the Micro Artist Studio. The Micro Artist Studio is their kind of skunk works where they just make the best of the best and they do everything by hand, and it's a wonderful, wonderful tribute from such a huge company to like the techniques of handmade watches. So this year, is the debut of the SLGC009, which is this lovely thing here. The SLGC009 is, you might have heard me talk about this before, the thin dress series, which is the kind of fine, elegant, dressy part of the Grand Seiko collection, but then souped up. So what they've done this year is they've taken the thin dress series case, made it in platinum, and then they have given it the white birch, the white birch finish. In fact, they're calling this watch the majestic white birch because it's another cut above. It's beautifully done. So the engraving on the case has been done by hand, and then that white birch pattern kind of follows onto the dial as well. Obviously white gold hands and white gold markers, and the second hand, true to all the kind of higher end Grand Seiko pieces, is rather than being blued, this kind of really fine gray blue color. The movement is also finished by hand up to the standards that were taught to them by Philippe Dufour, and also has that lovely little plaque where you can engrave a little message or your name or, I don't know, your pin code, whatever you like, right? It's coming out at the beginning of June, and it's a limited edition, so they're making 50 pieces, and it'll be about, was it 90,000 US? 90,000 US dollars. Man, it's a doozy. It's wonderful. In fact, if you missed out on the SLGC001 from years ago, this is a really beautiful alternative take on that watch. So check it out. Available in Grand Seiko boutiques. The other thing I want to show you, which is really, really cool, this is the Tentagraph. So this is a piece that you might have already seen on social media. A lot of people are starting to talk about it. The Tentagraph is the first time they've taken the high beat movement and then added a chronograph complication onto it. And it basically is going to make it equivalent to something like an El Primero chronograph. It's a really wonderful execution of a chronograph in the Evo 9 case. So it follows the Evo 9 design language, which has these wide, very faceted, but actually very downturned lugs. It actually, I mean, it's a little large for my wrist, but on a lot of people I think it would fit well. It really hugs the wrist in a beautiful way. The case is made of titanium, and for the dial, they actually have a Mount Iwate dial. So the Mount Iwate dial is named after Iwate Mountain, which is near the Morioka factory where the high beat movements are made. And that mountain has this kind of beautiful striation. Like, I've actually been there and I saw the mountain, and I didn't get it until I actually saw the mountain, and I was like, oh wow, it really does have this very fine kind of fine kind of grainy texture to it. The other thing I really love about this dial, other than the wonderful blue color, is the fact that the subdials all sunken and in a different texture. So they have this very fine radial brushing, just to give it a bit of extra contrast. The dial has a really wonderful three-dimensionality to it. I mean, one of the reasons why I love the Evo 9 series is I just think that the hands, the markers, they're so interesting, they're so complex, like they don't feel quite as flat as what you might see from other brands. So check it out, really exciting. The Tentagraph comes out in the beginning of June as well. And the price is, I'm sorry, I didn't ask.
18,800 Sing dollars.
18,800 Sing dollars. So that's like 14, 15 US, somewhere around there. As you see, I did my research really well. Alrighty, that's about it for now for Grand Seiko. Thanks for watching. That's it.